Hi, Mediumship Development Support Group. My name is Lillian Suarez. Welcome new mediums and also existing mediums and members. So I need to adjust that there. I'm very happy to have you guys here with me today. Every month, as you can see, we have a topic. And if you didn't know, go into the videos and you'll see that the admins have posted videos talking about the different topics for mediumship and development, psychic, whatever we're guided to. The topic for October is feeling with other people's feelings. And that is a very important topic. Whether you're a psychic or you're a medium, you're going to feel with other people's feelings. And so how, first of all, do you know that that's happening? How do you know that you're feeling with another person's feelings? Whether that is spirit, whether that is that you're doing a psychic reading. How do you know? So first of all, let's begin with the difference of the two. So when you're reading an individual that's still here on earth, an incarnate, you are pushing your aura out. And in doing that, you're picking up on the imprints, the thoughts, emotions, environment, the things that have existed within the auric field. So there's layers within that auric field, and within those layers you have physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, so on and so forth. Those layers are connected to the chakras. The chakras obviously affect and are associated with different parts of our lives. So in order for you as a psychic or a medium to understand how to deliver a message, whether you're doing that psychically or you're doing that mediumistically, you would have to understand this part of it, which is what is yours and what is not. Hello, Caro. Hello, Crystal. Hello, hello. What is yours and what is not? One of the things that I like to recommend that you guys start with would be understanding your clairsentience. So you have clairs. You have clear feeling, clear hearing, clear seeing, and clear knowing. Okay? Hearing, seeing, knowing, and feeling. Feeling, hearing, seeing, knowing. So those are the main ways that we receive information. Whether it's psychic or it is mediumistic, we are receiving and we're delivering the information. The first thing I like to suggest is for you to recognize your clairsentience. So how do you do that? How do you recognize your clear feeling? First off, if you want to recognize and strengthen it, you can begin by focusing on your solar plexus, because your solar plexus is where the feelings come in. So if you're feeling an imprint of an incarnate or feeling an imprint of a discarnate, incarnate is a psychic reading, you're reading that soul, or incarnate is a psychic reading, you're reading the soul of someone that's here with us, or discarnate, which is reading the soul of someone that is past. Either way it goes, you're going to use your faculties of your clairs. Each clair is associated with a chakra. As we're speaking of, the solar plexus is associated with your clear feeling, your clairsentience. So what I suggest to my students is to focus for a whole week on that area. For 7 days, focus on that area. Okay, focus on the color yellow, which is associated with your solar plexus. Focus on understanding your clairsentience. Do exercises with it. Wear the crystal, eat the foods. There's wines, there's smoothies. Eat, live, and breathe your solar plexus. And every day sit with it for 15 minutes. And play either the hertz that is associated with your clairsentience, your solar plexus, or you can play Tibetan bowls associated with your solar plexus. Whatever you feel resonates with you. Now, why play the hertz and why play Tibetan bowls or even use tuning forks? Well, because you want to have activity there and you want to trigger that area so that then you can focus on that area and it'll allow you to recognize, okay, to gain the recognition of how it feels. All right. And if you can understand when you're receiving from this area, the second step would be to actually sit with someone to practice, push out your aura and see what you begin to feel after you've pushed out your aura. So that's a good tool. Check in with yourself. Like I'm going to check in with myself right away. And I know what I was feeling before I started to do this live. Now, if I come to you, Valerie, and she's my student, so I know that I would have permission from Valerie to come to her because remember, don't go crazy and reading people without permission. So as I come to Valerie, I would know that I would have had anxiousness the last 2 days, and I feel like I'm awakening, and there's a lot of a fast frequency around me, and a lot of inspired thoughts are coming in, and I'm trying to keep it all together. But I will know that I feel really, really good, but a little bit scattered, just kind of getting everything together. So as I expanded into Valerie's aura, that's what I began to feel. That's what started to happen. That's what started to come. I wasn't feeling that before I pushed out my aura and I began to intend to receive for Valerie. See? So you want to check in with yourself and then open up and see what begins to come in. Now you know that what begins to come in is no longer yours. You know that what begins to come in, it is the sitters. And you trust what you get and you give what you trust. For the sake of staying on topic, for the topic of October, which is feeling with other people's feelings, we're talking about our clairsentience. So go crazy. And I'll actually participate with you guys. So as of tomorrow, I'll start to work on my solar plexus for 7 days. And I'll post pictures, and I'll post affirmations, and I'll post everything that I can think of. I also have color glasses that are yellow. I have one for each chakra. So if you guys want to join me, that would be brilliant. And so you would say the affirmation and you would focus on that center, and at least once or twice a day, play the hertz and really sit with it. And move to charge and clear that center, so that when you are intending to read, it is coming in very clear and you're very secure and confident that you are understanding what's yours and what's not yours. Okay? Because if you're reading psychically, again, you're picking up the imprints of the incarnate, the individual that is still here on the earth plane. And if you are reading mediumistically, you are picking up, right, the imprints that is being given to you, the memories from the discarnate that is past, the loved one, the soul that's on the other side. Either way it goes, you're using your solar plexus, so you're using your feeling. Let's take it a step further when we're talking about the solar plexus. When you're talking about the solar plexus, this is where the presence, it comes in. This is where I feel my students get very confident in reading, because if they, once they recognize that feeling of that soul coming in and melding with them, they're like, okay, I'm sure that I have somebody, and I know I want to say. They went from I'm not sure and I don't know I want to say to I know there's somebody and I want to say. And I like that. I like to see that shift. A lot of times we want to rush and we're not feeling the presence. We're not melding, and you know, let's go even a step further. How many of you guys sometimes just feel like you want to do this? Or in the middle of an argument, this is you. Why do you think that is? What are you covering up? You don't even realize it. You're covering up receiving any type of energy or feelings from that argument, from that dispute. So see, we do things already that we don't realize we're doing. So this is a very important center. This is, shall I say, the doorway to the spirit world, the doorway to us feeling with either the soul that is past or the soul in front of you that you're reading psychically. It's very interesting and it's very beautiful. Again, one of the things that you can do is sit, expand your aura, and tell somebody to sit with you. Let them know you're practicing, and check in with yourself before you do that, and then open up your aura and see what you begin to get, what you begin to feel. Try to just stay in your clairsentience to flex that muscle and strengthen it. And that will allow you to become confident, whether it is that you're a psychic reader or a medium, you will feel more confident because that presence is coming in and you know that wasn't there. So you know there's something happening that you're not causing, that is outside of your thoughts, outside of your conscious mind. And that just kind of grows, and then you unfold it. And then it just becomes this beautiful memory that you're bringing to life. Okay? And if it is for somebody that you're reading psychically, regardless, it is something that perhaps they need to hear, that you're unfolding of something going on in their life. So you can do that if psychically you want to understand how to feel with other people's feelings. Push out your aura and see what you begin to get. Start first for 5 minutes and do it until you're hitting every piece of feeling that you're getting solidly, where they're like yeses, they're all yeses, and then go from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. So that's the exercise I would suggest that you do if you want to use the expansion of your clear feeling in any way. And to understand it, whether it's just to understand it or that you already a psychic or a medium. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello, Angela. if you are a medium, a developing medium, a working medium, or a professional medium, it doesn't matter. You can also, for mediumistic purposes, commune with spirit. And this is something that I call the chakra receiving as, hi Valerie, thank you, love. I knew you would just take that. Yay, yoga poses. Oh yes, I love it. So my students do the chakra prescription. They also do the mediumship prescription. And then they also do like the individual, like solar plexus prescription, which they'll do it for 7 days, which is what I'm saying, you guys. So join me, guys. Come on, let's go. Solar plexus is crazy. Come on, let's go. We have a week and a half left in the month. Let's go for it. Again, I should have put out this video a little earlier, but we still have enough time. We have 7 days. We still have more than 7 days that we can do this. So get your yellow shirts. Get your solar plexus crystals, foods. Find the yoga pose, do it every day. Valerie did it with her daughter. It was amazing. It made me smile every time, Valerie. I really, really enjoyed that. Thank you for bringing that up. So sky's the limit, and see where you're guided. I can give you a foundation, I can give you tools, but I want you to find the tools that work for you. I want you to find what works for you and what resonates with you. Another exercise that I give my students, and this is for mediumistic purposes, I call the chakra receiving exercise 2. And so in this one, I actually have the students sit on day 1 and 2, and I ask them to push out their aura like they're going to do a reading, push out the colors, and ask the spirit to come and draw near to them. Okay, come and draw near to them. Wait to feel the melding, and to intend that the spirit helper comes in with good intention and with light, and to help, and also to give them an opportunity to come in. You're doing 2 things, which is so very beautiful, because one of them, you're growing and you're going straight to the source, because as a medium, the source is the spirit world. The source is the visiting spirit. That's where we're getting our information from. That's where the memories are coming from. So you're going straight to the source, to the beautiful source of which we work, and this thing called mediumship happens. So now you're giving, obviously, them an opportunity to be heard, and not just heard, because have you thought about it? How about if that spirit helper that's going to come in and help you was such a helpful person in life that they simply are coming in because they want to help and they have an opportunity to help someone here on the earth plane. And not only that, possibly their family will never seek a medium because they're Catholic and they don't believe in this. So now you've given that person a voice. And what a gift is that? And what a beautiful exchange is that? Then now you've given them a voice and they can come in and they can say, oh my God, yes, I felt so happy in life. And I felt love for my 5 daughters. And I felt and I felt and I felt. And trust me, if it is somebody that is helping in the spirit world and understands how to commune with a medium, those might come in. Those that haven't communed with a medium might come in. So it's very important for you, when you start to feel the melding, to ask, have you ever used the medium before? All right? And see what they say. You're going to be blown away. Have you ever used the medium before? And once you get that response, also say, why did you choose me? Why did you choose me? Because why? Because what we're feeling, our feelings, are the feelings that the spirit world can feel when we push out our aura, when we push out our power. Because we can look at it as rolling out a red carpet for them to walk on. You could roll out the red carpet, but if you're in a bad mood and there's a red carpet, they're going to be, I'll pass. I'm good. I'm not walking on that red carpet because I don't want to see what's at the end of that red carpet. But you could look at it that way, and it's so true. Your feelings are their feelings. And again, this goes back to what we're feeling with other people's feelings. We don't only feel with the recipient's feelings when we're reading psychically. And we don't only feel with the spirit that is coming in to commune with their loved one, all right? And when we're doing mediumistic work, we're also feeling with the feelings, right? Of the memory of the soul that's coming in. We're feeling, we're communing with them, we're having that beautiful exchange. We get to feel the love that the father's bringing in for his daughter, or the love that the mother's bringing in for the son, right? We get to feel that as mediums. It's such a beautiful experience, and it's such a gift to us. It really is such a gift to us. And I don't know why I didn't get this way long ago, but I'm happy and I'm in gratitude that I do it this way now. And I wouldn't change a thing. I've learned more from communing with the spirit world than any teacher that I've ever had. And I believe in it because of that, because of my experience. It's not something that I learned in a book or somebody told me. I just was guided to really step into it, hold on to it, and to allow them to have that voice, to have that time. When you tell them to come in, you're going to say, thank you so much for being here. You could do it multiple ways. You can visualize that they've rang your doorbell and you're opening the door and you're calling them in and you're saying, have a seat, let's start this conversation. Because they're people. They are people. They're people. I think maybe Spatilla for that, because she really always says they're people. They're not energy. They're people. And she's so right. She really, truly is right. And begin that conversation with them. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. The exercise today is I have to feel. My teacher says I have to feel, or somebody suggested that I have to feel, that I have to recognize. Can you give me a memory that I can feel? See what they say. When you say to them, why did you choose me? It takes you to a deeper level in the understanding of how a spirit chooses a medium. The spirit world does not see our physical body. The spirit world sees our colors. They see our colors. You understand that? So our colors are determined by our mood, by what we feel, by what we're thinking, what was happening, which is why it's very important that you have a self-talk or a prayer. I feel something that you can do very quickly to disconnect from your human experience and go into your readings, go into that platform, okay? Because they can feel that. And that comes to them as colors, all right? Your experiences also sit within your colors. So if you have experiences within your colors, hi everybody, they're going to be able to relate with that. So when you ask them that, you're going to be very surprised what they say. Well, you know, your mom passed of cancer and so did mine. Or you've been in an abusive situation and so have I. And yes, you don't have a sitter to validate that, but you know that you're melding, and you know that you're showing the spirit world that you're confident in them and what they're saying. You'll find patterns of how they're coming to you, and the things they're going to say to you and the evidence they're going to give you by far could not be made up. It could not be made up. So really sitting with them and using your feeling is a really, really good tool to strengthen yourself as a medium or to strengthen yourself as a psychic. All right. So those are the three things. Again, we're doing the clairsentience prescription. That means living and breathing the solar plexus chakra. Wearing the colors, using the crystals, eating the foods, the wines, the tuning forks, the oils, diffusing the oils in your home. Lemongrass is the best ever. And so on and so forth. So you could get creative, do what you feel, do what resonates with you, and really, really learn how you use the feelings of feeling with other people's feelings. It's a feeling you get, just like you would get a feeling of your own. So it's very hard to distinguish. And how do you do that? By recognizing what is yours and what is not. What is yours and what is not. So if you are sitting here and you're pushing out your aura and you're intending to focus on the recognition of that, you will have no problem to identify as soon as you start receiving imprints as a psychic reader. And as soon as you start receiving imprints, once a visiting spirit comes to be with you. So these are the things that I suggest for you guys. And again, it's October. This is the subject of the month. How do you feel other people's feelings? That has everything to do with a psychic reading. It has everything to do with a mediumship reading. It is one of our loudest clairs. It is the doorway to the spirit world communing with you. Please remember to build that confidence with the spirit world. They are the ones coming in. They are the ones choosing to use you as a medium. And wouldn't you want to know the patterns and why they choose you? That'd be brilliant, because then you can gain confidence with them. They'll gain confidence with you, and so on and so forth. So I am open to a couple questions here. So here's one by Carol and Lillian. How should mediums handle when the sitter does not want to hear from the visiting spirit for whatever reason? So that's a very good question. So if somebody comes and, let's say, a lot of times something common that happens with that is abuse. Let's say someone has abused someone and they're coming in and they want to say, hey, I want to, it's me, I'm your dad. I have a dad. Can you understand that? I don't want to hear from him. I always say, I'll let the visiting spirit know. I'll let her know that you are here. And a lot of times they'll say to me, I've taken responsibility for what I've done. That's okay, and I understand her position. But can you tell her that I've taken responsibility? And so my guide helps them I know when they say that, it's because my messenger guide they've asked questions to my messenger guide prior to me linking in. So they understand that I would understand that. I would understand that when they say that, it's like, they're taking responsibility for the hurt that they've caused in your life, and I'll leave that with you. So I'll deliver very quickly that healing message, and I'll let it go. I'll let it go. And I'll thank the spirit, the visiting spirit for coming. And I'll explain. They have free will. They chose to do that on their own. You mean that much to them, and I understand your position. And keep it moving. That's how I would deal with that, Carolyn. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions in reference to that? Let's see here. When I read, it always feels like a guessing game. And I've been trying to clean up the communication, but it's tough. It's a guessing game. All right, Brandy. So I would like to hear more confidence. If it's a guessing game, then I am assuming, I haven't worked with you, but I could assume maybe you're snatching. And there's not that confidence with your relationship with the spirit world that you want to say instead of I'm not sure or I don't know. And maybe that's coming from those words. Maybe, Brandy, because I feel you are a very good medium and I feel that the evidence you get is good, but I feel like you're so humble and you're so empathic that you don't want to hurt anybody, you don't want to misinform anybody. And I really like that about you because that shows that you're going to be a medium with integrity. So that's really, really good. But again, commune with spirit, Brandy, and ask them that question. The same question that you asked me. Why does it feel like I'm struggling so much? What am I not getting? What can I do different? What did I miss in that reading? After reading, ladies and gentlemen, commune with spirit. Hi, Joanne. Hello, everybody. Commune with spirit and see what they have to say. Commune with spirit and see what they have to say, okay? After your readings. Like, thank you so much for coming in. Let's say you brought in a woman and she was a brilliant communicator. Sit in Prashad and say, thank you so much for coming in. That was so brilliant. Why did you choose me? That was wonderful. My reference library was used very well by you. How did you know that you'd be able to do that? When you start seeing the patterns, when they respond to you, that's going to help you with your confidence. And that's something that I would do for you. That's something that I would suggest if I was working with you that you do. Same girl, I can't tell you who is who. I can't tell ego from spirit, from higher self, because I'm brand new. That makes sense. You're brand new. You're not able to identify. One of the things that you can do is you can push out your aura and you can ask your guides to come in to be with you and give them permission to come closer to you, closer than they've ever been, and pay attention to what side they're coming in. Are they coming in on the left? Are they coming on the right? Do you feel them from the front, from the back? Whatever that is, where are they? All right? Tell them to slowly step back and tell them to slowly come in. When they step back, that means you're in your blending state. When you tell them to come in, you're in your melding state. Blending to me is when the spirit world can see and feel you. And melding is when the spirit world, someone has chose to come in and work with me. And I now can feel the presence. And I now can feel that. And I can work within that presence to bring personality, memories, right? Character. I can do that now in that melded state. So first, find what side your guides come in. Second, then ask a visiting spirit to come in and be with you. Tell them to step back. Tell them to come in. And see if is it the same side? Is it a different side? So that's going to help you to recognize how they come in to meld with you. And then you'll pay attention. Oh, left is my receiving side. Okay, give me a moment. Let me see who's here. I know that there's a woman here because I felt the presence of a woman now. I felt the presence and I knew it was a woman. And as the woman comes to be with me, she's a grandmother. She's on mom's side of the family. And her name was Rose or Rosie. And she loved flowers. She loved flowers. And no one can touch her flowers. She was very particular about where she placed the flowers. She had sticks around the flowers so no one can step in. That was her thing to do. All right, that was her thing to do. So that is somebody coming in, and if somebody can take that, let me know. But all I did was tap in. I pushed out my aura, and there you go. So let's see. So often I try to figure it out logically when I know I shouldn't. I am still a baby. You're still a baby. Don't be hard on yourself. But you're a good medium. You got a good heart, and I like that. You have what it takes to be able to allow the spirit world to have confidence in you and want to work with you. Because your heart is so big, Brandy. So you're starting off on the right track. Your heart is big. That's what they see. They want to come in. They want to be part of all that love. And from there, then you can, start find out your receiving side, do the exercise that I told you, push out, feel other people's energy around you psychically, and then push out, commune with spirit, ask spirit help to come in. What's your receiving side? Focus on there. And remember, guys, this is not a race. It's not a race. It's not a race. You know, take your time. Sometimes the spirit world has used a medium and sometimes they haven't. Hi, Sarah, how are you? And if they haven't, then you should ask your messenger guide. And that's why I love the fact that I give my students a bottom line to use. If a spirit comes in and they haven't used the medium, give them the 101 on using me as a medium, how to use my clairs. All right. So, let's see. Somebody wants to go live here. Somebody wants to come in. Let's see. Oh, wait. Bring on camera. They received an invite to join your broadcast. No. Because I don't know if she did it. If Marie, if you want to come in and you want to talk, you can. If somebody wants to come in and they want to talk on their experience, ask me to join. And you can join on here and we can talk a little bit here. So how do you open up and close the spirit? All right. You take a nice deep breath. You push out your light, your soul light, I call it. It's just your light from your heart center. Push it out, filling the room that you're in. And then you visualize earth energy coming up. And as it's coming up, joining with your chakras. And as it goes up with the chakras, you're pushing out the color. You're pushing out the ruby red. Then that's melding with the tangerine orange as it's pushing out. And then the ruby red and the tangerine orange is pushing out with the sunshine yellow. And then the ruby red, the tangerine orange, and the sunshine yellow is melding with the emerald green and is pushing out. And so you do that all the way to your third eye. When you get to your third eye, then you visualize light, push it up, and then just meld. At that point, you're blending. But then you say, okay, I'm ready to work. Let's go. Have a word that you say. All right, I'm ready. Some people have a jewelry they take off. Some people have one that they put on. Some people just have words. Me, I say, all right, let's see who's there. And they already know I'm ready to work. They're like, all right, Lily, let's go. So then they come in, and then I begin. All right. To close, I simply take a nice deep breath. I thank the spirit world for coming. I let them know that I'm in such gratitude, that they did a fantastic job, and I was very lucky to work with them. I thank my guys, and on the in-breath, I bring in the light to my heart center, and then on the next out-breath, I push it back out about an inch around my body. That to me is normal state. The aura's normal state is 1 inch around the body. A lot of times as healers, we walk around open like crazy people. And that's because if we didn't, we wouldn't know we're healers and we have the ability to connect with spirit. So we randomly connect because we're open. But it can exhaust you. It can, cause you to feel exhausted. So you don't want to feel that way. Can you talk about gaining your SG calling card? Thank you. Spirit guide calling card. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, we can talk, and that's a good thing to talk about since we're talking about feeling. I like it. Thank you, Julie. So if you want to understand how your guides feel, because we are talking about feeling with others' feelings, and we didn't talk about guides. Julie, you're brilliant. You could call it their signature, or you can call it their calling card. How does each guide feel to you when they come in? So what you can do to learn that is for 1 whole week, work with your, let's say, messenger guide. Push out your aura and invite your messenger guide to come in. When your messenger guide comes in, sit and see what you feel as they come in. Is there a tingling? Is there warmth? Is there coolness? What do you feel? And do it for 1 week straight. That calling card should always be the same for that particular guide. The following week, then you can work with your messenger guide. Your protector guide or your gatekeeper or whatever those guides are for you. Everybody might be a little different. And you'll find their calling card, which is like their signature. Like everybody has a voice, right? Everybody's voice sounds different. That's what we're saying. What is the voice of that guide? What is the calling card? What is the signature? The particular thing that you feel, all right? Is it warmth? Is it coolness? And do it for a week straight. And you'll find that you will know that. You can do it that way. And again, you'll be feeling with their feelings. Great. I love it. I'm glad that she brought that up. Good job, Julie. So you can do it and you can get that out of that exercise, Julie. You can get the calling card of your guides. That's exactly what it is. I don't want to give out wrong. It is. And when you're starting off, Brandy, it is a big responsibility to be a reader, But that's where the confidence building exercise help to be able to be sure, right? I am sure and I know I want to say instead of I'm not sure and I don't know. And if it is true, and I'm not God, I just kind of know my patterns. That's all I can give you is my patterns. I'm not God. And what I say is my experience, my philosophy. Then we want to be positive, right? We want to be positive and want to have that self-talk before we start so that the spirit world can come in and work with us in a positive way. Is there anyone you recommend to train with as a medium or psychic? Been wanting to develop for many years, but I feel I don't have the information I need. Shannon, I am a mentor. Anthony's a mentor. Luann Beecher's a mentor. Lindsay Marino's a mentor. So all the admins in this group we mentor. For you and for anybody that's looking for a mentor, I would suggest that you look up the person on YouTube. You read their bio. It's got to be a tug. It's got to be a pull. It's got to feel right. It's got to feel right to you. Don't do it because it sounds right. If somebody says to you, I recommend Lillian. I don't know. Lily's a little crazy for me. Just watch my lives. Don't seek me as a mentor. You know, it has to feel right because that person is going to come in and complement what is there. It's going to strengthen it. And if there is no connection and no exchange, it's really not going to work. So I would suggest that you can research me. You can research Luann Beecher, Anthony Morocco, Lindsay Marino. See where you're drawn, ask people, and then research, right, the person and follow what you feel. Very important. All right. I had spirit come in my dream the other night. I woke, went back to sleep, and spirit continued with the same subject. So let's talk about that. So the only way we can feel, because I want to stay on topic, but this all has to do with it. So I'm very grateful for your questions. They're amazing. The only way that they can feel with our feelings, or they can be felt with our feelings, is if we have opened up our aura and we brought our awareness. So they're just not going to be there. We'd have had to open up and bring our awareness there to acknowledge the feeling and connect. Because they don't, not only just the feelings, they're riding off of our power. They're riding off of our power. It's like, they're in the spirit world, and then we give them the power, and within that power they bring the memories. Within that power they step onto that, right, that red carpet, and they're like, I'm here, and this is what I want to talk about, and this is what I want you to hear, and this is what I want you to experience. So you have that experience with them, but that's all happening within your power. Once you pull that in, then they're not there. So Joanne, I know, I would know too, and this is really good that you are actually on here because you were in the weekend intensive in New York. We did a lot of spiritual hygiene. We did a lot of raising the frequency, which, by the way, guys, I am going to create a spiritual hygiene group, and we are going to have a ball, and that's going to be done within the next hour or so. And I'm putting admins in there that are already doing different things, such as like aura mist, and how they're going to explain how they work, and sound therapy and oil therapy and crystal therapy, and everything that I believe in. I have Maria Molina that makes Florida water, Charlotte makes Florida water. So we have many things that will complement what I suggest. But you came off of that weekend, you're flying high, now your frequency has risen up. So possibly, and I know that about you because you know how to open and close, because you are in a new frequency, you're needing to ground more solidly, babe, okay? And let's talk about that. So what I do for my students is I nip it in the ass from the very beginning, and I have them say that they set a forever intention that as they ground, they ascend, and as they ascend, they ground. And that is because when you're, rising up in frequency and you keep doing this work, your physical body is getting used to that altered state, and that altered state, all right, it's going to continue to move. And when it does, you want to ground down as much as you're going up. Because imagine if they have a really tall building, and Luann says it very perfectly when she says it this way. They have a very tall building, but the foundation is not as deep as it is high. It's gonna be shaken. All right, so you can say that, and you can set that permanently, and that's what I would suggest with that. Good job. Let's see here. Okay, I've never tried any of the awesome. Yay! All right, Addison, let me know how it goes. It had to do with the club, a motorcycle club, and it was spirit that have passed. They showed me their motorcycles and they told me how they, and then it got cut off. So, hi everybody. Hello everyone. Have so many people here. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding me to do it right at the moment. Got a good outcome here. And this is going to be posted on my YouTube channel. So, if you want to look at my other videos, you can go to YouTube and find Lillian Suarez. I take my lives and I post them on YouTube because I'm raw. What you see is what you get. And when I come on live, I have no notes. I did have 3 exercises I didn't want to forget to say, so I did write them down. But for the most part, I say use me as a vessel and an instrument. What they need to hear. Let's talk about the topic. Thank you, admins, for helping me come up with the topic, because there are admins in this group and there's admins in the other mediumship development support groups. So look for the mediumship development support group in your locality. So if you don't know, message me and I can give you a link. We have Chicago, New York, Maryland, New Jersey. We have many. We have probably like 30. And how those come about is as the students are getting certified, whether it is through our certification course or our mentorships, we're putting them as admin in the area because we're starting to travel and we want to do intensive. So we want the student teachers to teach our course, and then we come out a couple times a year and we do intensives. So we're really expanding what we're doing here, and I'm very humbled to be able to be part of many souls. God is good, God is great all the time. It's something that I love, and I hope you love it that much, and I hope you never let it go if you love it that much. Never let it go. It doesn't matter what people have to say or being afraid of what the world has to say. You matter, and your soul matters. And when you leave, you're not going to leave with money. You're not going to leave with your materials. You're going to leave with everything that you did with love. So I'd rather be rich in love than rich in material. It helps because I got to pay my bills. But we always try to make things very affordable. I give a lot because that's just who I am. And I believe that giving is receiving. And I'm very excited. Some of the things that I've covered today, it could be covered in self-study. So if you're somebody that's in another state, you can't make our classes and our courses, please look out for my self-study courses, and I'll post the link. And you could do it at your own pace. We do have certification course through Soul Side Out that begins in January. I have one last class that I'm launching. I'm very excited. I call it the Anatomy of a Mediumship Reading. And we talk a little bit about what we were talking about today, like feeling with other people's feelings. And it is a 5-week course. We commune with spirit. We break down the reading. Where can we get stuck? Where can we navigate? Where can we really gain confidence with the spirit world? Where can we commune and be with them? So I'm very excited about really being connected with spirit world, really trusting them. And I hope that you guys can find that as well, because it's a lot of fun to see what they can do through you when you allow them to use you as an instrument, as a vessel. What we do is not easy at all. Imagine we stand in front of people, we have no idea what we're going to say, and then comes the feelings, and then we're trying to figure out, is it my feelings or is it the spirit world feelings? It's my feelings, it's my recipient's feelings. I'm trying to figure that all out. So what I would suggest for you guys to do to strengthen that is try to figure it out outside of the readings. That's the key. Commune with spirit, do exercises on people you know, and really do those confidence building exercises that I suggested. And that's really going to help you to come into where you need to be. Okay, below during readings, it feels energy related. Has this happened? So, Angela, you're talking about the solar plexus, and you're talking about did you feel bloating in that area? I gotta tell you, then it's overactive. Then your solar plexus is overactive. You're giving too much of yourself. You're magnetically giving your energy. So you have to relax a little bit and try to use more of your clairs. So don't just use your clairsentience. Use your clairaudience. Use your clairvoyance. Use your claircognizance. That tells me you're using too much of it possibly. And again, I haven't worked with you. I can only just kind of give you what I'm feeling intuitively here. So try to complete your clairs. All right, you get the piece of evidence. It doesn't matter where you start. You could hear it first, you could see it first, you could feel it first, or you could just know it first, but then go down to the next claim and check in and see if you're getting something else to unfold that evidence that you just got. All right? And then do the solar plexus prescription. We're going to start it tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we're going to start that shit today. We're going to start the solar plexus prescription today. I'm super excited. So the mediumship support group is going to get really yellow. It's going to get yellow. Students, I expect to see you guys. Let's go. So everybody's going to do the solar plexus prescription. Let's get with it. You have solar plexus crystal and you just want to write down the solar plexus affirmation on a piece of paper and carry it with you? Brilliant. I want to see you guys get creative. Let's go, let's go. After I'm done with this, I'm going to post. And if you're not in the Mediumship Development Support Group and you're seeing this on YouTube, find us on Facebook and look up Mediumship Development Support Group. We are reaching way over 15,000 people. It is an amazing group to build and develop. If you're somebody that doesn't want to come outside your family and your friends, it's a place for you to read, to grow, and to receive information without having to pay if you're someone that can't afford it as well. This is how I started, and I love to have created this platform for the developing mediums. I'm still learning. I know I have gifts, just need to hone in on them and learn and make them grow. Absolutely. Trust in yourself, trust in what you do, follow what you feel, and never let it go. You came here to shine, so shine away. What do you say to new spirits that have not used the medium before? So, Colleen, this is where you would ask your messenger guide, okay, that when a visiting spirit responds, I haven't used a medium before, that they come in and say to them, okay, this is how you can give her your memories through her clairsentience, through her clairaudience, her clairvoyance, and her claircognizance. So that's all being taken care of as the spirit is stepping in. The messenger guide is interceding and saying, hey, did you use a medium? So you want to make a bottom line intention. Say, I welcome my guides, I welcome whatever it is you put, and then start putting the things that you feel that will be significant for you, and you can start with that. I ask my messenger guide to screen the visiting spirits and just simply let them know that if they've never used the medium before, this is how they would use it. When you ask at that point, you already know that your messenger guide has talked to them, but then you can say, all right, I'll give you the colors for you to see, because you might say clairsentience, they might not know that. Just say, go give it to me where you see yellow. Come, give it to me with feeling. I can feel it there. Where you see the yellow, I can feel it there. I can feel it there. Come, where you see the turquoise, I can hear it there. Give it to me there. Give it to me there. So again, we have to be very mindful and know that they don't know everything there is to know. We want to believe that they do, but they really, truly don't. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. I thank everybody for joining me. I thank everybody that has really, truly stepped into helping and communing here in the Mediumship Development Support Group. Makes me excited. If you're interested in joining in your locality and you're a working medium and you want to be able to post about your activities and things going on in your area and you want to create circles, we're definitely open to that, guys. Ask me and see if there's one for your locality and I will add you in. It's we, not I. So I'm very, very thankful. Do you think, let me ask you one more question. Do you think there are people who are born natural mediums? Okay, my philosophy, my view, and I don't know, only God knows, is that some people are born a little bit more sensitive than others. I believe that we all have the ability to feel spirit. I believe that it comes a bit more faster to those sensitive people than those that are less sensitive. That's my response to that. So natural is like, it just comes, it's very natural, it flows. For others, we have to raise up and allow our spirit body to be in that frequency, to attune, to do the work. So, all right, guys. I thank you for your time. Many blessings to you guys. And if you are interested in more videos, you can go into the videos here in our group and see videos with me, Anthony, Lindsay, and it's all free. So get it while it's hot. Thank you, everybody. Many blessings to you. My site is lillianmedium.com if you'd like to apply for my mentorship or check out my events in my events tab and see what's going on online. Bye for now, everybody.